Alright, hello, this is Demon going back for another round of Transport Fever. So I'm going to end the mission, I think, today. It says I have to build an extremely fast train service that connects New Orleans to Houston. Which means it's going to cost me a shit ton of money. Now, the easiest route that I'm currently seeing that could be fast and cheap is I can either follow the route I've already had made, which is doable. But the other option I have is it only has to be connected through this, so I don't have to care as much. So I'm going to try to make it at least somewhat affordable with an advancement on some financial backing. So it's only Houston and New Orleans that needs this. So I'm going to build, God damn it, I'm going to build one station right about here for a total of 98,000. And then I'm going to be building a very high-speed track. It's basically going to connect through here. And I want this speed to basically stay the same. Like I want roughly 300 kilometers an hour. No matter damn what. As long as I keep that speed up, it should be fine. Money is no asking matter. I will pay for the most expensive bridges. Again, I do not care. I'm spending for rich shit. Kilometers we'll have to do concrete. This is where it has to service itself at. So as long as it's built within this area, it's fine. Another train. Here, railroad tracks. Don't like that. Irritates me when it doesn't go full speed. I can live with a little bit of slowdown time. So for the most part, this is going over the recommended speed limit of what I can get. So in terms of that, I then have to go ahead and build this little thing. I don't care how fast it goes because it's only the connection point to get new trains out. Now let's go for the fastest, most expensive train that I can find. 188 kilometers an hour, 160, 160. So the fastest thing we got in train power is the Alco PA, which is 4.49 million. With a total kilometer speed of 188 kilometers. Next I gotta get is an extremely fast passenger one, which is currently this one at 180 kilometers an hour. Now it doesn't state how many has to be on there, it just has to be there. So this will be the Houston to New Orleans line. It will be a nice color of, let's go for yeah, I like that color, it's a nice color. Again, doesn't state how fast these trains gotta go, they just gotta go. It goes room. Has to be done with 360 seconds, it says. Now I don't know if that's in-game time or not, but this thing is speeding. Oh my god, look at that speed limit. That's where she slows down a bit at because of the turn, but she is going all out. Remember, it also has to connect. Let's see, 211. Journey time 211 seconds. The frequency is where it gets hit at. So currently it's at 1336 seconds because it hasn't gone back yet. And when it goes back, we'll see how much better it gets. Now remember, this rail line is designed for at the most 300 kilometers an hour, but because these trains don't reach that designated speed limit, the high-speed rails really aren't 100% foolproof useful yet. How fast is this? Oh my god, I'd be terrified. Get me out of this. Alright, frequency. Another 211 seconds, which has knocked it down to 882s. So that's not bad. Alright. Actually, where's that other train at? Where did I put her at? Oh no, I'll have to look for it. Yeah, I got like no oil here anymore. Where is... There she is. Head back. I have a whole bunch of fuel building up back there, but I can't utilize it, so I'm going to send you back. What's the fastest speed these guys reach? 160. I guess you are the one designed for it. Can I get an even faster? Let's put this one on it. I don't even care. It might have more pulling power, so it might do a bit better. Actually, you know what? Let's do this, and I'm gonna do an additional 3. So he's probably like, damn it, quit wasting time on this fucking train. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, boy! How many more of these can I add to it? That's the question of the day. You know what? Let's do this. Main fuel line. And then what I'm gonna do is, because I have so much money, I'm gonna add a new train. And then the main fuel lines come... Fuel line... number 1. I don't get it. Why are you talking about these fuel lines don't match up? Okay, so wait a minute. Yellow, red, which means it has to be yellow, red on this end too. There we go. Fixed, corrected, and ready to go. So I actually have to upgrade this to get 2. Goddamn game. And then let me guess, this one's gonna get, when I upgrade it to 2, it's gonna build to that side. Alright. Wait a minute. Why is that? I don't know that is. Very good, very good. Keep this line going forever. I need to build another train. Which really isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because I need the frequency to go up, so I'm forced to do this. Luckily, it isn't as expensive the first time, or is the first time. Alright, one thing I do have to do though. Damn it, let me destroy that. Connect. Okay, that one's good. Alright. So this terminal is set up as Houston is on that side. And then same thing with this one. Oh, wait a minute, it's on that end. I needed terminal 2. Terminal 1. And I fixed it. Alright. So, where did I name that New Orleans line? 01. Here. Here. Houston. New Orleans. Line 02. I guess we'll go for a lighter blue. So go ahead and give me the fastest available train that I have and attach it to the fastest thing I got off of this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this train to come all the way back, and then when it goes down there, gets ready to stop down there, that's when I'm going to release this train out so that it can go out there and just be less of an issue. Alright, I've doubled fuel, but the oil's still not making enough goods. Now, are these glitched now to where they line usage? No. I don't know how much more oil those things have. Alright. I thought I saw the train. Okay, there goes that one. So the frequency ain't bad. I just gotta knock it down again. Two needs that. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Hopefully that gets it to 180 seconds. They're doing it in 210, so I'm hoping that they'll cross. That's about. That should be about even. As even it says, buy fast locomotives, expand the line to 2 tracks so train on the track but direct at the same time, and the required frequency can be achieved. The frequency is determined by the interval between 2 successive trains. Then that one hit there. This one hit here. 350 seconds. Do I need to build more? That's the question. Where the question comes in at. I'll see what it does. I'll give it a few chances to go. I can only make it go so fast, and it's pretty much the fastest route I could have made at my time. We'll let it go once or twice. We'll see where she's at. If I need to increase the frequency, I'll increase frequency. I don't care. No, it's down to 260 seconds. That's not bad. Let's see what it does, because that just went down by like another 100 almost, or a 90. So let's let it go a couple times, see if it fixes itself. If it does not, then I'm gonna go ham on what I'm doing. Well, actually, no. You know what? I think it is pretty good, because I think what it has to do is in the setup of the game for time. For each journey time, the frequency has to go down more and more and more, because the journey time has to get updated. So that's actually not bad. That actually should be. That should go down a bit more. Let's see what it does on this run. 260 seconds. There we go.
The crisis is over. The people have everything they need and even everything they don't need, and still they yearn for even more. This is really good for business.
Alright, so that's the end of this mission. I think this got me almost 30 minutes, so this episode might cut a little bit shorter than the previous one. But I thought I was done with the last mission, so otherwise I would have probably just stopped right there. Now, the only mission we didn't get was the busy pumping, which is finished before 1955. Otherwise, I got all the I got them all. The other thing you also have to be careful of, there is one, is investment, which is for the good of the economic upswing. Make sure that your wealth never exceeds 75 million. The highest we got was 52.6. Not bad. Could be better. Because I don't really care about that. But as far as I can sit there and say, this was probably one of the harder missions I think I got into, because I never played this mission before, for one. And two, the thing you have to grow accustomed to is the fact that your oil supplies will run out. And I'm not used to that. I'm used to having an infinite amount, not a finite amount. Which, if you don't know what finite is, it's the opposite of infinite, which means it lasts forever. Finite means you have a limited amount, in case nobody knows what that term means. But the only really good thing that I got out of that was that oil rig. So, I was surprised with how much money I garnered after a bit, because we were down, I think, what was it, like 1 or 2 million, and all of a sudden it just like skyrocketed after I sold that electric train, and then all of a sudden all the money came back. I think we got really lucky on it. I could have failed the mission, which was 100% feasible. Somehow I didn't, and we got a victory out of it. So I don't know what the next episode is entailed with. All I can tell you is this: we did a great job. If you want to know how to play, you can sit there and see my mistakes. I wouldn't follow them 100% to the letter. If there's anything I think I would change in this in this mission, is I think I would follow my later episode idea, which is trucks. Build a shit ton of trucks. Because from what I could see, the trucks were giving me all my money. It's not as fast and it's not as useful as using the other. Like, to transport the goods to New Orleans, good idea to build the train, because it's a real easy, fast, direct route that you don't have to worry about. And it connects right here to the main station lines, and you can just throw it out there. But building this extra line here, which was the trucks sending goods further to the inner city bit, 100% useful, because it meant I didn't have to care about this anymore. And the moment we got those goods delivered and we got access to this, I do recommend that once the money starts flowing in, do buy 2 rigs or 2 ships. They do sit there for a little bit, but as you guys can sit there and see the 8 Lake Charles oil rig, I have 2 ships doing this, and I'm at 1.14. And this guy's actually getting ready to come back in with another shipload. So in terms of monthly cost, having 2 ships doing this is actually really damn useful. And then utilizing the trucks. I'm not a big truck person. I didn't think I'd like it. I like using the trains more in my head. But from a financial standpoint, the trucks have a lot of use and value in them. Let's see how much this jumps up by. Yeah. So yeah, if you're gonna use this, I definitely recommend use the train for this direct route, just so this road isn't being used. Because if you notice anything on this road that can happen, it's what's going on back here, which is it can bottleneck. If I was using a fuel line that was connecting to this would be a huge problem because I could have this bottleneck up, which in turn means I'm not getting the fuel sent here is easier, and it'll just keep becoming a problem more and more because more trucks will wait in line as more trucks are waiting here. Probably could cut down on the amount of trucks actually delivering goods out because I'm not getting nearly as much. San Antonio, Houston, really good lines. The main fuel line. At first, I would highly recommend just have one train, but as you get further along and as this fuel builds up, I do recommend building two of them. Because when you start getting all the money, you're going to be doing what I did up here, which is utilize this route as best you can. Now, in terms of money being lost, the Dallas oil line or Dallas oil hub, I think lost me money because this thing ran out of oil. So these trucks are just sitting here. Well, actually, no, the production's still up on it. Are you really producing oil? No. I mean, Fuel Line 01's losing me money. I don't know. I guess this was a smart plan at first, but it looks like it's starting to lose me some money. I don't know, but I think the other one's offset enough to where I don't have to care about it. Like the New Orleans good line, I'm rich on. San Antonio goods line, rich on. Main goods line, still doing fine even though they're held up. The oil rigs are doing fantastic. The Lake Charles oil line's making me money. I mean, I'm making enough to offset what I'm getting out of it. Now the passenger lines, oh yeah, they're gonna, before this game ended, I'd probably be drained out of this because they're not making me anything. But they're only built for speed and frequency, and that's what I have to do for the mission to succeed. But other than that, I think if you want a good method of trying to beat this mission, I guess you could use mine if you want. If you have a better layout than me, you probably will. Again, my layout wasn't perfect. I had an idea in my head at first, which I was going to utilize it, but I didn't have nearly as much money as I thought I did. But there's one thing I do regret. I think out of this whole spiel, I would definitely say this rig line. Less because I actually built the train tracks, and more because I spent $8 million on that electric train. If I could redo it, I probably would keep this line, but I probably should have spent money only on the Atlantic. The Atlantic is 1.73. That electric train I bought was like, what? How much is it? Like 8 million? Yeah. So I spent about 6.5 more million than I should have on a train because I wanted speed. But what's 13 kilometers when these things are going to run out of oil anyway soon? The Atlantic is still the most cost-effective train you can get in this game. 100 kilometers of speed, gets things done quick. Now I did upgrade all my train, well, but this one to that better train, which is which one is that? Is the Pleo? Or no, the Alco. The Alco. Now the Alco is probably, actually Alco's fucking, wait a minute, this Alco is amazing. Guarded is the most beautiful and pleasant diesel locomotive ever built. P stands for passenger, A for but look at that speed. Wait, what's this one have? I mean, in terms of raw power, this train has more, but in terms of just raw, well, I guess this does say passenger. Well, which one of these aren't a passenger one? It's built to haul passengers between New York and so there's a lot of these that are only designed for. Some of these aren't designed. These high-speed, streamlined Atlantic type locomotives, built by Alcohol in Milwaukee. There's a lot of these. Yeah, I guess using this one for hauling is probably the best bet. It's slow, but it's good for passengers. So, yeah, that'll be the end of this episode. If you like this stuff and you are enjoying seeing me making a mess and you have a better logistical plan than I do, then fantastic. If not, please just like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. And when we come back to Transport Fever, I'm going to be finishing the final mission for the US campaign. Now, will I do Europe? Probably, because I like Europe still. The beginning one's pretty fun, but I also want to leave a note for this episode in case anybody is intrigued or wondering about it. Shadow of the Tomb Raider will leave with I don't know. I'll leave it for this episode so people know. If you decide to watch this, if you're watching the Tomb Raider series, just take note that I am ending Tomb Raider when the main mission is done. I don't know when it's going to get released. I don't know when this mission is going to get released. I just want to leave a little disclaimer in case anybody is wondering about the DLC for the game and if you want to know why I'm playing it or not. So yeah, sorry if you don't care about it and you didn't want to listen to me do this little monologue at the end giving a heads up on it, but that's just what I wanted to do. Do all those things, guys, and I'll see you in the next round of Transport FIFA. See you then.